Welcome to another in the series of the Greenie Gavin's cheese tutorials. This one's Wensleydale. This one does take quite a long time, but well worth the effort. I'm going to put dried sage leaves in between half and half of the cheese, and it turns out lovely. So please join me and watch. And
so here I've got some sage, freshly picked from the garden. And I'm going to put that in the oven at about 100 degrees Celsius for about 5 minutes, just to dry it out a little bit, and to make sure it's sterile. Then I've cleaned all the utensils. That's just finished. 15 minutes in the big pot, the knife, the curd knife, the stirring spoon, the thermometer, a cheese mat, and cheesecloth. And then we've got the cultures, rennet and calcium chloride there, the measuring spoons. Nice clean workspace, clean tea towels, and of course the milk. Just using standard full cream milk for this recipe, and I've got my little recipe booklet down there. Okay, well the milk is up to the target temperature of 30 degrees Celsius, and I've already added the calcium chloride, which was 3 mils of calcium chloride diluted with 60 mils of boiled cooled water. So I've mixed that in. Now the next thing I'm going to mix in is the mesophilic culture. So 1/32 of a teaspoon. And I'll just mix that through. Not a lot, but enough to inoculate the milk. So that needs to ripen now for 45 minutes, and that'll sit at the target temperature. And here we go, the lid's on, and that's it. Okay, so the 45 minutes is up, so that's ripened well, and now we add the rennet. Now I've used 2.5 mils of rennet and diluted that with 60 mils of cool boiled water. So when you add the rennet, always stir. Stir for about a minute. Top to bottom. All mix it well. Right, there we go. Just a quick check of the temperature, make sure it's still at 30 degrees. Which it is, it's good. Right, so put the lid back on and wait for another 45 minutes. Okay, 45 minutes is up, and now it's time to check for a clean break. The hands are clean, spray them with vinegar. Yeah, that's pretty good. As clean as it's going to get. Okay, so cut the curd into 13 mil cubes, or ½ inch for those who do imperial. Okay, now the recipe calls for stirring for 10 minutes, so I'll do that now. See, some of the curds is very large, so I'm going to cut those down and break those up. Right, we've stirred for 10 minutes, now we'll let it sit for 15. So it's been sitting for 15 minutes, let's have a look. Oh, yep, all the curds are sunk to the bottom, as we can see. It's all very yellow. So I'll just put the lid down. Now this is the fun bit. This is where you need a book, because we are going to be stirring for 2 hours to shrink the curds down even further. So the recipe actually says stir when necessary to prevent matting. So what you can actually do is take small 5-minute breaks, give it a quick stir, as long as it doesn't all start matting together. So, you know, like thus. I'm not going to wait 5 minutes and then stir it again. So that'll expel the whey as we go along. So I'll see you in 2 hours. And one thing I did forget to mention was that we've got to bring the temperature up to 32 degrees, as that'll help cook the curds. So the temperature is currently at 28 degrees, so it's dropped 2 degrees since I did the initial cut. So we'll bring that up to 32 whilst I'm still stirring. Okay, at the end of 2 hours stirring, this is the size of the curd. So it's about the size of rice, which is very small. Reminds me of the size of the curd for Parmesan, but you don't heat it as much. So what we're going to do now is we're going to drain it off. So we're going to pour milk in. Oh. Most of the curds down the bottom. There it is. So the recipe says tie it in a ball, and then every 15 minutes we're going to mill the curds and then tie back in the bowl again. So that's how we expel the whey in this recipe. And there we go. So I'll record the first milling and then cut the chase. So we're going to do this for 2 hours now. So every 15 minutes, mill the curd to expel whey. So as you can see, there's the ball of curds there. Okay, so 15 minutes is up. I'm just going to mill the curds for the first time. So pretty simple process. Just pull the cheesecloth back in your colander. Into thumb-sized pieces. Don't squeeze it too much, you don't want too much of the protein coming out of the curd. They're about thumbnail-sized pieces all the way through. Wash. It's with my hands. And then we'll tie it up again. Okay, so that's the milling process. You've got to do that, like I said, so there'll be another 8 times. Every 15 minutes for 2 hours. Okay, so I've milled the curds 8 times. So just one final milling, and I'll add the cheese salt in. This recipe calls for 3 teaspoons. So let's just mill this one last time. It's very flaky now, there's hardly any whey in it. Still moist, mind you, but that's okay. That's what's supposed to happen. It smells very cheesy. Okay, so we add in 3 teaspoons of non-iodised salt. Which is probably about the same as 1 tablespoon anyway. Okay, so the cheese is salted.